Jai Shri Ram. Text completion as usual. Keep working. Let's look at the words now. A prerequisite is an essential requirement. A throwback. A throwback means something that is suggestive of an earlier time. His manners were a throwback to a more polite era. So it can also mean atavism, atavism. That means a reversion to an earlier type or phase. Uh, Atavistic reversion. A throwback, therefore, throwback would mean going back to an earlier time or style, right? A person or a thing who resembles someone from the past or anything that is suited to an earlier time. Okay, the band's music is a throwback to the 1980s. That means they are playing music which is old filmy music. So the band's music is a throwback to the 1980s. Throwback to. Okay, she is a throwback to the actresses of the 1980s. That means she looks like an old timer, old timer. Fuddy duddy is another nice word. Fuddy duddy, F-U-D-D-Y, D-U-D-D-Y. Fuddy duddy means an old-fashioned person. So if you call somebody a fuddy duddy, that means he is a person with very old-fashioned ideas. So that person can be called a mossback, or sometimes we even call them dinosaurs. See, he's a dinosaur or a mossback. Well, you know what's a mossback? M-O-S-S-B-A-C-K. Mossback, I think, is a kind of a fish. Yeah, mossback, I think, is a large, slow-moving, sluggish fish. Slow-moving. Or mossback can also mean an extremely old-fashioned person, a very reactionary, fogey, F-O-G-Y, fogey, fogey.
Foggy, 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 foggy,
And fogeyish.
fogyish, 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 fogyism, fogyism, fogyism.
So that means very old fashioned. A mossback, a dinosaur, a fogey, very fogyish, and a fuddy duddy. So all these are synonyms. Very conservative, very conservative. A reactionary, stuffed shirt, a stick in the mud, fuddy duddy, right? Old hand, old timer, Colonel Blimp. These are some common expressions which are there. So that is a throwback. A throwback is a person who belongs to an earlier time. Atavism, A-T-A-V-I-S-M, atavism. That's another popular word. Atavism.
Atavism, 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 atavism.
So atavism is a recurrence or reversion to a past style, manner, outlook, approach, or activity. Architectural atavism, that means buildings which are constructed with architectural ideas which are not current and popular, which are old fashioned. So an individual or character that manifests atavism is called throwback. Anachronism. Anachronism means someone or something that is outdated. Anachronism. It can also mean wrong dating, wrongly dated. Anathema, two meanings again. An anathema is something that is hated, considered abominable, hateful. Literally, anathema would mean a curse. An encumbrance is a hurdle, an obstruction, or something that obstructs and hinders and frustrates and hampers, trammel, T-R-A-M-M-E-L, which will block the progress. So let's look at this. Advocates of revolutionary distributed computing, okay, argue that the traditional operating system has become akin to means similar to placing a baton wielding orchestra conductor at the front of a session of jazz musicians. Okay, jazz musicians, they are highly individualistic, and so jazz, as you know, is a product of the African Americans as a revolt against the white music. So jazz is syncopated, alternate rhythm, reverse rhythm, syncopation, S-Y-N-C-O-P-A-T-E-D. Syncopated rhythm is reversed rhythm. Rhythms are reversed. proving a point that even if it is reversed, music can still be good and worth listening to and pleasing and all that. So, traditional operating system has become what? Uh, so, it has become an anachronism. I think that's the best word here. So, it is now outdated. Yeah, because they are revolutionary, blah blah. So, let's go to the next one. Verbose, too many words. Timid, no courage, gutless. Tedious, very boring and time taking. The president's inaugural address was dash, educing thunderous applause at intervals. Educing, drawing out. That means causing people to, behave in a way to educe a response, elicit a response. ELICIT. Thunderous applause. Applause means claps. So people are cheering loudly and clapping. So pause now. Yes, I think your answer has to be convincing. Verbose, timid, and tedious are straight away out. Polished is not fitting. If it is convincing, people are so happy they will clap. Okay. Rococo. Rococo is a style of architecture. Rococo furniture, very highly decorated. The synonyms are ornate, ORNATE, baroque, BAROQUE, highly decorated. Florid is a word with two meanings. Over decorated, one meaning, and it can also mean a healthy reddish complexion, florid complexion. Hackneyed, overused expressions, cliche, platitudes, truisms, bromide, BROMID, overused expressions which don't have any originality. We are sick of listening to some speeches, Now, most speeches that people give in colleges are, read out from a script which is repeated ad nauseum. So these are hackneyed speeches. Prolix is very lengthy. Constitutive, that means containing, constituting. Intrinsic. Constitutive means being a part of the innermost nature of a person. Constitutive. Intrinsic, inherent, integral, essential, immanent, or hereditary, even innate. That is constitutive, dependent on the constitution. A constitutive property of all Hindus is the tendency to worship everything, because we see God everywhere. Where is God not there? Where is God is not a good question. Where is He not? He is everywhere. So that is the constitutive property of the Hindu psyche. PSYCHE. Psyche means mind. Psyche originally meant the soul. Psyche today means the mind. A constitutive property of the Hindu psyche is seeing God everywhere. That's why we worship everything. Stones, trees, animals, everyone. So that's the constitutive property. That means relating to the constitution. That means the inner, essential constituent part, innate, integral, intrinsic part. Assiduous is working very hard, showing application, diligent. Sedulous, SEDULOUS, very hard working. For all the data accumulated over the months, the report based on them is exceptionally dash in its style and grammar. So far, no clues. The dash efforts have not paid off. That is the clue. That means the efforts have not paid off. And over the months. So, second blank is assiduous. First blank. It should be hackneyed because the other two words won't fit at all. So, hackneyed and assiduous. Jai Shri Ram.